Welcome to the Fantasy Football Fanalist Podcast, presented by Fantasy Data. Here's your hosts, Billy Muzio and Bradley Stalder.
Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Fanalist Podcast, presented by Fantasy Data. And today, Dave and I are back. It's been a couple weeks since we've drafted together. We are locked in. We are ready to rock and roll because today is one hell of a draft, Dave. Why don't you tell the listeners what we're doing today?
This is a fun one. We've been waiting all year for these, and we got two of them. We got one today and one Saturday. This is called the $10,000 High Society. 12 people put up $10,000 a piece, and you draft a confined league and you play all year. All the lotto drafts are fun. We talk about the 350s and we talk about the main events, but there's nothing like drafting one of these confined leagues with $10,000 a man on the line. So it's going to be a good time. Yeah,
the stakes are high. I mean, this is definitely the biggest buy-in that I have of the year, and we have two of them. I appreciate the invite this year, and I have to say I've been fired up. I was even so fired up I was dreaming about this last night. I was telling Dave off air about the dream I had, and I've been going over scenarios in my head. We landed in the 12 hole tonight, so far my dream is inaccurate, which is great. So we are here in the 12 hole today. It was Derby style. So for those who are unfamiliar with Derby, they picked cards in Vegas for the live draft. There's 6 players drafting live, and there's 6 players who are drafting online. We're one of the 6 online, and they picked the cards. Ace gets the pick first. Mr. Bill took the number 1 hole, and then we, I think, had the third to last pick, and we took the 12 hole just to avoid getting sniped in between picks. So looks like the draft has started. I'm going to pull up the screen here so everybody is able to see this thing.
And you'll get this is a true opinion on a lot of these guys are like Chad Schroeder and Confins. They draft these every year. You'll get they're going to take the guys they believe in this draft. There's no more like I'm going to hedge or I'm going to do this. This league, you take who you believe in.
So Chad's in the 6 hole, Cornfin's in the 8 hole. Anybody else in here that you recognize that you draft with every year?
Mr. Bill does a lot of drafts. I don't recognize some of these team names, but I'd have to look at the owners list. Coach Moe's in here. He drafts these every year. He's a great guy. He used to coach the San Antonio Spurs. Really nice guy. I've had the pleasure of meeting him and visiting with him because I'm usually in Vegas every year for these. And he's a great guy. And he doesn't do a lot of drafts throughout the year, so you don't see him a lot, but he always shows up for these big money leagues.
So I'm going to zoom in here, people to see. So far, we have Christian McCaffrey, Cook, and Kamara. Kelsey pretty chalk for the first 4 picks. Derrick Henry to the 5. Chad took Devontae Adams at the 6 hole. Tyreek Hill goes to 7.
Yep. Which is interesting in a confined league that Adams and Hill go there. But like I said, guys put up $10K. They're going to take the guys they believe in.
Zeke goes off the board at 8. I was wondering if he was going to slide more with his week 1 matchup here versus Tampa.
Yeah, he might go in a totally different spot in the next 10K we do. After the Thursday night game, you might see some different we're going to have some nice options here in this 12 hole. I think we made a great decision.
I think so too.
For the 12 hole. We're going to have a debate. With the Eckler news on the hamstring, I figured he would drop some. Maybe I love Eckler, but maybe in the first draft we don't want to take $10K worth of risk on a guy that I think belongs there, but maybe you eliminate some of the risks and go with we'll see who's there. But
yeah, you and I have been talking all offseason about taking him in one of our drafts, but you hate to see a hamstring injury going into week 1.
Yeah, sure.
So Stephon Diggs here at the 10 hole.
Oh, yeah. This is
going to give us – this is a dream. It's going to give us a plethora of picks.
We're going to have a huge debate here, Billy.
So playoffs here, playoff schedule for this confined league. Are we 14, 15, 16, 17?
No, it's 15, 16, 17.
That's
But
what I
the
said.
buys don't matter in this league because it's
Yeah,
you-
so I just pulled it up too. Regular season format is weeks 1 through 14, 15, 16, 17. So yeah, correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about any of the buys, which is fantastic.
it's going to come down to two of three guys for me, I think, and that wasn't one of them. So this is amazing. I think it's Antonio Gibson, Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris. Two of those three, and we start our confined league with two of the guys that I covet. I'm fine just going with JT and Najee.
I was going to say JT and Najee for me. As much as I love Eckler and think he's going to be phenomenal this year, the week 1 hamstring has me a little concerned. So JT and Najee are who I lean out of those four.
Book it.
All
No
right,
mistakes.
Oh my God, I'm fired up right now. Let's go!
That's why I like to go to the 12-0 in these confined leagues. You're going to get two guys you really like. You just can't. Just don't eliminate the mistakes. And every turn you have to be ready to fire your guys. And hell, you could have told me Gibson there, and I would have said well, I can go with it. Gibson, JT, Najee, two of those three. We'll avoid Eckler in the hamstring this first draft and see if any more information comes out before our next draft.
Yeah, news this morning was that he should be a go by Sunday. But anytime there's a hamstring injury, especially with a guy who has a history of injuries, and I know that was my only concern with Eckler this season. Outside that, he is my running back 3 on the year, but already seeing him enter week 1 with another injury has me reevaluating my rankings heading into week 1.
Yep. And I was not opposed to taking Coach Mo. Way to go, my man. Great start by him, in my opinion, Diggs Gibson.
Yep.
That's part of the thing I miss about going to Vegas. You meet some interesting guys and talk to some good guys while you're out there. So it's part I miss that about not being there. But,
well, I will definitely. I plan on being there next year. So,
yeah, there's nothing like it. Drafting live there with if you've never been or people that are listening to this have never been, I highly recommend it.
I've never been actually. I've always done my drafts online. I've never been down to Vegas, and all of it was primarily because I started playing high stakes. It's about 7-8 years ago, which was me getting married, starting my business, having kids. There's just hasn't been a lot of time up until the last year or two for me to really get down there. And then what do you know? COVID hit, and I wanted to make sure that my first experience was not a masked experience or, hindered, and make sure that I'm able to enjoy it to its fullest without any restrictions. So I said, you know what, I'm going to wait another year and hopefully this is behind us.
Let's see if Chad takes Eckler here. Is this past his threshold of risk tolerance?
No, he's thinking hard right
I think
now.
it'd be a great deal. You'd get a good deal on Eckler in this league with that news.
He passed on him.
Yep. The 10K.
Oh no, he took him.
It took him. Yeah. He was weighing his risk versus reward there.
Yeah. I think tomorrow, if we're in that area and he comes back, I think I'd take him there.
Saturday, but yeah.
Yep. Well, what did I say, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow no draft.
Every day's a draft.
Not for me. I only have 3 left, and they're all big.
Yeah,
and 120K. That's it.
I only have 2. This one, and then our Saturday draft together on the other High Society draft. So Final 2 of the year. Finish it off strong, and bring it home. Well, nothing really abnormal outside Eckler falling, but that was kind of expected with the news.
Yeah.
Kittle went a little earlier than we're used to seeing him, but he knew he just wanted him, and he doesn't really necessarily want the other tight end. So I understand the pick there. No complaint. So far, everything else is pretty standard to what we've seen in these main event boards.
For sure.
Team 4 with 0 running back right now.
Yep.
passed on Chubb too. And you showed me a board, I think yesterday, where Chubb went 3-6.
Yep. I don't think Darren's in this draft. I think Darren's in our Saturday 10K, but it was Darren Summer got him there.
That's such a steal.
Yeah. Some of my funnest times in Vegas with Darren and his friends. They're crazy. Darren's won the FFWC main event more than once, and he has a group of friends that they've been friends since they were in college together. They were all part of actually, funny story. Chad Schroeder was actually part of their fraternity at the university. I think it was in Nebraska, and his buddy is a big old guy. He works for UPS, and he'll throw that belt. You get this championship belt when you win the FFWC main event, and he'll walk around in the sports book with that chain, and people think he's an MMA fighter or something. And walk up, ask for autographs, take pictures. Those guys, they have a good time, man. They're hilarious.
That's awesome. Wow, Chubb's still on the board.
Yeah.
What do you attribute to his fall? Because I still have Chubb ranked inside.
These guys are real sharp. I mean, Chubb is what Chubb is. Chubb's a great running back between the tackles. Not going to catch a lot of balls. Those guys factor that in there, and they just view his value a little less. He's touchdown a little bit. If you're honest with yourself, he's a little bit touchdown dependent, and he's not going to catch a shitload of balls. Just not. And so that's how they view it.
Yeah, I get that, but he is. I think we've talked about this before. I do think he is one of the best pure runners.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's a great. But if variance runs against him, say, and he doesn't have 12 to 14 touchdowns like he should, then he could have. He could underperform, like where he went in some drafts for sure.
I understand that.
He has upside to outperform that, but when you're weighing risk with $10,000 on the line. That's some of the things that go through people's minds, or at least goes through my mind.
It's not like he's a bad pass catcher. I mean, he's a good pass catcher. They just have Hunt there.
Yeah, they just don't use it in that way. And they look for an excuse to get Kareem Hunt on the field. So I'm very happy with our start. We'll see what comes back to us now.
Yeah, I both very high volume backs. We have JT with a great O line, and Wentz is now playing week 1.
Yep.
Najee is just going to have an enormous amount of volume. And even if this team does have offensive line woes, the volume itself will overcome any of those concerns.
Yeah, he's looked the part to me.
I told you when we first started drafting, we first recorded our first one, that he kind of has that Steven Jackson kind of Matt Forte feel to me, and I'm going to be extremely happy if we have either of those year 1.
I like Matt Forte comp a lot.
Yeah, I think the kid's special.
He's another guy. He's like Le'Veon Bell to me. He transformed his body from the college game to the pro game. He looks like a totally different cat. And when Big Ben talks that highly of you and talks you up, like, it goes a long ways.
So we'll see what the board gives us on the way back, but I think it's important that we probably double tap receiver, because we see him go pretty frequently in between that 4 and 5 rounds.
Definitely will be part of the conversation.
Unless a tight end that we like falls to us, but more than likely, I'm assuming they go. Team 4 is still 0 running backs.
Yep. I've drafted with him. He's drafted in these leagues a lot. I've drafted with him before. Can't remember his name, but I've drafted with him before. Wall Street Warriors.
I'm assuming he works on Wall Street.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Is that Patrick Daly? What's his captain? I've drafted with him. Yeah, Patrick Daly. I've drafted with him several times in big money leagues. Chad goes safe. Goes Allen Robinson. Very nice, safe receiver.
Yep. I like Allen Robinson a lot. I mean, the man has had probably the worst tandems of quarterbacks and maybe in history for a wide receiver one. It just doesn't seem to matter who's throwing him the ball. He's had Bortles, he's had Trubisky. Didn't he? Who else has he had? I'm missing somebody here.
He's had a hodgepodge of shit. That's what he's had.
Yeah, and the man still puts up wide receiver one numbers.
Yeah, he's a special talent for sure. He's underrated. I mean, he's an underrated talent too.
Man, could you imagine if we had this draft like as the ETN news broke down, we had him in round 7 like we did in those leagues?
Yeah. Yeah. Killer Bees doesn't like the board that much, I don't guess, because he's having a hard time there. Okay.
All right, we are 3 picks away. There goes Kyle Pitts.
All right. Very nice spot for us. One, two, three. I like 4 players.
Is Mike Evans one of those players?
Yes.
Okay, I like Mike Evans as one too.
It's how about T. Higgins one time? That's how you draft T. Higgins. It's Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett for me. 2 of those 4.
Okay, I know you said you had 0 interest in Mark Andrews, correct?
Correct. In this format, right here, definitely.
Okay.
High volume wide receivers that are going to win you weeks.
Okay, I'd probably say for me it's Mike Evans and Cooper Kupp. I like the touchdowns that we're going to get from Mike Evans. The man seems to always hit 1,000 yards. I feel like he's safe. And then I feel like Cooper Kupp is also could be the Galladay to Stafford there in that offense, or the Megatron kind of, he's not saying he's that receiver, but just that. Okay. Mike Evans,
Cooper Kupp,
and Cooper Kupp. Okay, there it is.
I could live with 2 of those 4. 2 out of those 4 in this league, easy.
And so far, not a single person has the same bye week, which
I don't. You know me. I could have all 4 players the same bye week. I just don't look at bye weeks. What bye weeks do is make you a bad drafter. If you look at constantly focus on the bye weeks, you become a bad drafter. If I wind up with 4 players that don't have the same bye week, great. If they all 4 got the same bye week, I could care less.
I get the argument.
Yeah.
I still like. I don't like to have to.
It makes you pass bad play. It makes you pass. What happens over time, and you might not even realize you're doing it. You pass better players for weaker players just to say you don't have a bye week problem. There are no bye week problems in fantasy football. Fucking fix it during the season. Draft the best team you can draft. The best players. The hell with the bye weeks.
I get that. My only concern when I'm doing it is, do I have to pick up X amount of players and drop somebody I don't want to drop?
Yeah, now that becomes a factor. I agree with you there. But you're always going to be able to find out something on your roster that not going to work out the way you dreamed it was going to work out. But,
like one of my main things when I look at bye weeks is I hate having my quarterback, my kicker, and my defense all in the bye weeks at the same time, because now you're forced to drop. Maybe you have a top defense and you don't want to drop them. Right now, you're forced to drop 3 players on your roster the same week, and it's all just for a 1-week start.
I've actually been in those, as you can imagine. I've been in those scenarios many times. So I know exactly what you're saying. I just found over time doing the many drafts that I've done is that when you constantly focus on the bye weeks, you're really focusing on a more of a best ball mindset, and you're drafting a weaker team consistently when you do it, from my experience. But I love our first 4 picks in a combined league in the 12-0. I mean, if you could have told me I could have started a 1-0 or 12-0 and I could have what we got in the 12-0, I'll just take the 12-0. Very happy.
Yeah, I like our running backs. I like our receiver start. It's a good start. No Patrick Mahomes levers yet.
Now you'll see guys kind of push quarterback back for sure, I think.
I am surprised nobody's taken Mark Andrews yet.
Yeah, sharper leagues, high dollar, more money involved, you see less of the tight end horror mentality because it clogs your roster. One, less explosive weeks, get beat week to week pretty badly. So you see it less. The more the money goes up, you see less of that. It's more of a, to me, it's more of a lotto type mentality. I'm fine taking 2 tight ends or an early tight end in lotto leagues and gambling, but fine leagues you see less of it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they're less consistent. No matter how good they are, they're less consistent.
There's the Mahomes guy. I knew we had one in here.
Yeah, he had Kelsey.
Yeah, makes sense. And there goes Mark Andrews.
Not a horrible spot for Andrews. I mean, I like it. I own Andrews, but it's all right.
T. Higgins really the only outlier so far, I think, in the draft.
Yeah, I love the pick too. It's my kind of pick. If that's who you want to own. 10K on the line.
Get your guy.
Take him. It might wind up being a great pick. I mean, I like T. Higgins a lot.
I like T. Higgins a lot too.
He took 2 guys way earlier normal than what they go versus, like, I mean, main events. I've got Deontay at 6.2 in a main event. So
yeah, he's going pretty consistently at that kind of late 4 in the main events, early 5s, but I have seen him slip.
Gus the Bus in the 4th.
Yeah, that's a little earlier, but I think he could have gotten him on the way back.
Nah, not in this league.
No, maybe, at 5.2? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe at 5.2 he could have. Yeah, I thought you meant all the way back.
No. 5.2.
Yeah, he probably could have.
This guy already has 2 solid backs. And there's Jerry Jeudy. Jan, he's just been climbing up boards.
For sure.
Everybody's taking their time. They're sweating it out. A lot on the line.
Yeah, there's no, like I like to say, there's no do-overs. Once you punch the button, there's no do-over.
10K on the line. People take the time. Josh Jacobs. Interesting.
Outstanding pick. One of my favorite players. Don't see on somebody else's team.
What's your take on Gus Edwards now with Dobbins out and everything that's happened there.
Love Gus Edwards. I mean, if you were fortunate enough to get Gus Edwards in the 10th or 11th round of some main events, you're living pretty good right now.
Yeah.
He's going to be heavily involved. I don't see there's any way he can probably be under 1,400 yards and double-digit touchdowns. I mean, he's Nick Chubb, basically. If you got him in the 10th, 11th round of some main events, you're ahead of the field for sure.
I think we have a couple teams with him that late.
Oh yeah, I definitely have some Gus. I don't have as much as I wish I had more, but based on where he's going now, I wish I had more. But when you draft volume, you sprinkle in guys like Gus because of that factor. I mean, now look at him; he's a 4th round pick in a $10,000 league, and you got main event shares in the 11th round. That's why you draft guys like Gus and Tony Pollard and those type of players that are one step away from him.
Hold up! Breaking news. ESPN reporter Adam Schefter is reporting the Ravens fear that running back Gus Edwards suffered a season-ending torn ACL during practice today.
No way.
I just saw it.
We're just talking about it. That's so sick. I wouldn't doubt it. It wouldn't shock me, I guess. That's the way things have been going lately.
20 minutes ago, Ravens cut short practice today after Marcus Peters and running back Gus Edwards sustained potentially significant injuries on back-to-back plays.
Wow.
Gus Edwards. Wow. This is why you have Twitter pulled up while you draft, folks.
Yep.
Wow. Tyson Williams now, man.
Yeah, he's probably worth a lot more than he was. I got a few shares, but I didn't get a ton. Man, the Ravens are having
a Niner offseason is what they're having. Question is now, where does Tyson Williams get moved up the board?
He'll definitely get moved up.
How early would you take him now?
I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, I guess that information's legit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been reported by multiple sites right now. I got 4 sites confirming it.
We were just talking about 1,400 yards and boop, not anymore.
Jeez.
Football.
Man, that guy's going to see that news and his stomach's going to drop.
Mike should have bid a little more on Tyson Williams, I guess.
I think we got him in quite a bit of them.
Yeah, got some for sure.
I got him in that FFWC draft that I lost service at, remember, in like round 16?
Yeah. Man, the news just keeps coming, dude. They won't let you breathe this year.
No. Holy moly. So now that means that Lev Bell is now the second running back, and they're going to have to sign another running back.
Probably.
Because Bell was on the practice squad.
Yep.
All right. Logan Thomas just went. That's unfortunate. Yep. Confirmed that he's out for the season.
Good. Dobbins in him, huh?
Yeah. Adam Schefter, Ravens. Gus Edwards suffered season-ending torn ACL during practice today.
Wow.
Jeez. Yeah, I can't emphasize enough for people to make sure that you have Twitter pulled up as you're drafting. If it's a home league, whatever it is, make sure you got it pulled up. Just news like this, you got to be able to know it.
Wow, Levinsky in the 5th.
Chenault. Wow. Okay.
And Lamar Jackson. All right, so here I think it's Jamar Chase, Juju, Antonio Brown, Darrell Henderson, and Kyler Murray.
Okay. I'm starting to have concerns with Chase, so I'm fine with Juju. I love Juju here.
Yeah, I got no concerns with Chase. Oh, I love that news.
I really like Kyler here. That gives us three.
Let's take Juju.
Okay. We got 8 seconds. I got him in the queue. I'm gonna Juju. There we go.
It's Kyler, Darrell Henderson, Jamar Chase gives us a number 4. We could push receiver back.
If we push receiver, we might be able to get somebody like Debo on the next turn, possibly. Even a Sutton as a 4th. I kind of like the Kyler play for the upside.
Okay. Fine league. I'd be fine with Kyler. And it gives you. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Let's lock it then. In round 6, I feel like it's a pretty good value.
It's okay. In a
about a half a round.
Yeah, and he gives you a lot of juice in a combined league.
Yep.
Week to week. Antonio Brown, talk about him. Bam, dude, fires him right up. Brown, the other guy, I mean, dude's got a nice little explosive team.
And you get the free look. At least we get one free look too with Evans.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
No free look in this league.
Oh, there's not. Okay.
No, it's drafted, and you got to play him.
Okay, that's good to know. So Saturday we get the free look then.
Saturday, yes.
Okay. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Not a lot, but. Four running backs in the 8 hole.
Yep.
Claypool, man, it's not a guy. I just haven't been able to get behind that guy.
Especially in a confined league, I don't like him at all.
Yeah, he's a best ball guy. I think that's about it. Maybe I'm wrong, but he's been on my avoid list. Start throwing names in the queue here just to have them. They'll probably all go, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, there's a wide range in this. Look at Antonio Brown. I mean, have you seen many drafts where he went?
No. Look at Chenault.
Yeah.
Like I got Laviska at like the end of the 8th the other day.
Exactly.
Man, just looking at all of these drafts. There's a league that I got from Nelson that had Dobbins and Gus Edwards in it.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah, now they're both out. That sucks.
Yeah, you draft a team like July, and you draft Dobbins and handcuff Gus Edwards, and before week 1 can get a snap off, you don't have a running back.
That's
both.
crazy.
So,
Just the luck on that.
I'll be right back, Billy.
Yeah, no problem. So we have AB went after our Kyler Murray pick, Chase Edmonds, Boyd, Gaskins, Chase Claypool, who we talked about, Mike Davis made it all the way to Chad at the 6 hole, Odell Beckham, and then Darrell Henderson. It's a little bit of a slide for Henderson there. Henderson's been kind of going in that middle to end of 6 lately. That's about 5. Devonta Smith just went off the board. Just finding people taking their guys more than anything. Team 3 fired up Devonta Smith, I was just saying.
Okay.
Man, I can't believe Gus Edwards. Jesus.
Just never know in fantasy football.
These injuries have been tough this year.
Yeah, this year, hadn't even started.
I know. I feel like every year we have more. That's a discount on Chase right there. Every year we have more and more injuries from ACLs.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
I wonder if there's a study with turfs, or if it's turf, or if it's versus grass. Robbie Anderson and Tyler Higbee go. I'm liking our team so far.
Oh yeah, great nucleus. I don't see any blunders we've made so far. No mistakes.
I still have some names in the queue as well. There goes Kareem Hunt. I was wondering when he was going to go.
Yeah, he goes a little later in combined leagues because it's not really he's a home run type pick that you have a hard time figuring a place to use him during the week.
Yep. Still seeing Wilson on the board makes me kind of not necessarily regret Kyler Murray, but my kids are here. Okay, you can get a snack out of the pantry, buddy. Yes, you may.
They're happy.
Yes, they got they like the little snack pack Dorito size chips.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, in a confined league, you take Kyler there. That's fine. I mean, you're in the 12 hole. You take a guy you can hang your hat on that you like week to week. Could be the number one quarterback. I really don't get too caught up in who went after that because the guy you might have take AB there, take ODB there, you take Jamar Chase there. That's fine, but I get less concerned about if they get super deals on quarterback. I kind of could care less in the confined league. I like the ideal better in tournaments.
Still got 3 players in the queue here. We're up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks. Hopefully one of these guys makes it to us.
I like several guys, so I think we're in a pretty good spot now. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't see any way they shut us out.
Jalen Waddle just went.
That was one of the guys that I like a lot.
And then Ronald Jones just went.
It's a good pick.
Oh, man, lots of players I like here. I'm happy. Okay. I like Fant, Debo.
I like
Jamal Williams.
I like Janu, Font, Debo, Tyson Williams.
Yeah, we should probably add Tyson Williams, honestly.
Jamal Williams in the confined league.
I think for me, let's go ahead and I think Tyson Williams is the play. Yes, buddy.
Let's take Debo and Tyson Williams.
Okay, I love that pick. Oh, man. All you had to say was Debo. My heart sank.
Yeah,
okay, Debo.
Like $10K worth of Debo.
And Tyson Williams locking in right now.
Yep.
So the guys drafting live, are they on computers?
Some of them are, some of them aren't. Just depends. No, you sit at the table. You don't draft on a computer. I mean, you can have a computer, but you make your pick, and they
punch it in for you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like this team a lot from the 12. I think it's really, really, really structured well. There's just a ton to like about it.
Yeah, especially now getting the Ravens running back 1 in the 8th round. No one's paying attention to the news, or they were trying to maybe hopefully squeeze another round out of it.
And I like Debo there a ton. I'm a big Debo guy anyway, but
you and me both, buddy.
To have 10K of him feels pretty good.
Yeah. I take him anywhere. Like when I'm in drafts, I take him anywhere from like the mid 7th to like anywhere in the 8th. Like every single time. It's like an auto lock for me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Debo. Kind of flew under the radar that he lost like 17 pounds and recommitted himself. And all that just kind of flew under the radar this year.
Yeah, and people forget how dominant he is, like with after the catch. I mean, I went back and I was watching. I had my best friend up for that golf tournament in July, and we were rewatching the Packer Niner championship game, and God, he just looks so good. And like people forget 2019 how good he was, and then he got hurt, and Ayuk had a big year because everybody was injured, and everybody wants the shiny new toy, but everybody forgets how good and how efficient Debo was.
Yep.
All right. I hear them in the pantry. I'm gonna get myself off the stream, make sure that they're not grabbing stuff they shouldn't be grabbing. I'll be right back.
All right, no worries. Billy's a multitasker.
Well, it looks like Chad got a discount on Noah Fant.
Yep. Not bad. Uh-oh, why is it paused? Oh, there it goes.
Marvin Jones in the 8th. My boy.
Mm-hmm.
Getting them a snack pack. I got to grab one for myself. Dallas Goedert.
Font, I'm not sure about. I don't know what to make of Font. Not healthy. Can't seem to stay on the field. Never 100%. He might just be one of those guys that just never is what you want him to be.
Like an OJ Howard.
Worse. And I own a lot of Noah Font too, but I think I quit drafting as much because it just doesn't look like he's gonna be a consistent guy.
A little bit of a tight end run.
Yep.
Yeah, this format so far, ADP kind of seems to be out the window with a lot of folks.
Yeah, the ADP. There's not a lot of ADP in this draft. The ADP is there as a guide, but it's really has nothing to do on the bearing of the draft. The guys take who they want. T. Higgins, Deontay, Antonio Brown. He could care less if he could get him 2 rounds earlier in another draft, 2 rounds later in another draft. It's irrelevant.
No, Johnny Smith. Damn, I was hoping he might make it back. Mr. Bill took 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
It's funny how much quieter we both are in this draft, thinking
Yeah.
so much.
Yep.
Stakes are higher, you're quieter. That's for sure.
For sure. Yeah, a lot different than drafting one of these and drafting for 350. 350, you messed it up. You can fix it on waivers or punt it down the road. But
Not in a 10K.
when you start punting 10Ks down the road, it hurts.
Eats into that bottom line.
Yep. You definitely want to give yourself a chance to be in the hunt at the end of the year.
And for those who are following along, payouts in this league are pretty big. Let me find them here. There it is. So seed 1 and seed 2 get their money back. That's 10 grand. And then league playoffs, if you win first overall, it's 50 grand. Second place is 30 grand. Third place is 10,000. So money back in third. So if you did finish seed 1 and somehow ended up third overall, you'd be 10 up. So you double up your money, which is nice. and then a $3,000 consolation prize for most points in weeks 15 through 17 awarded to one of the 6 teams who are not in the playoffs. So you do have a chance to get a third of your money back at the very end of the year if you're not in playoffs.
Yeah, that sucks. I've done that before. I actually did the wildcard team that scored the highest points out of the whole league, and would have got 50, but got 10. So it's like a kick in the nuts.
Our goal is to win both of these, of course, but even winning one is a nice little paycheck.
For sure. Yeah, it goes a long ways to making your year.
Yeah, helps offset your entries in other places. And Tony Michelle, Michael Carter. Michael Carter's been slipping. I still think he has a chance to be the lead back by the end of the year.
Oh, definitely. But again, he's not somebody that I'd be wanting to take 10K of as my second running back in this type of league. But
no, not as my second running back.
Hard. To me here, the value is definitely wide receiver. Like by a mile right now, depending on what these guys do. Sicky.
I'm going to wait to say a name because I don't want to say it. I don't want to get sniped. Speak it into the universe.
1, 2, 3, 4 wide receivers that I really covet right here.
Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3. 3 I really like. Okay. So I like Will Fuller and Michael Gallup are my first 2.
Okay. That's 2 of my they were on my list for sure. So
anyone else you prefer over those guys?
Mike Williams, Michael Gallup, Will Fuller, and Hardman.
I like Hardman too.
Will Fuller could be the number 1 there pretty easily.
That's what I'm thinking too.
And then Gallup is on the most explosive offense in football, maybe through the air with 3 wide receivers, and any one of them goes down, and he goes up exponentially.
Okay. I like both those picks.
In the same realm. Let's go Gallup and Will Fuller.
Okay.
Okay. Easy enough.
Okay. That gives us a lot of value now. Or a lot of receivers. Yeah. I mean, so
I think the value is definitely receiver there. 2 of those.
Yeah.
5, even there was 5 there probably that shouldn't be there.
And that gives us 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 6. 6 solid receivers too. On the way back, we probably need to address tight end.
Potentially. It could potentially be on our radar.
Probably another running back. We'll see what happens, see who falls.
Really an explosive team from that 12 hole. Really probably shouldn't be able to get away with that. And I really like starting the draft with the 2 running backs the way the draft fell.
Yeah, 100%. Which has kind of been the way that we've done our 12-hole teams in the past is get your running backs that you can hang your hat on, and then from there, you always seem to be able to pick up value at wide receiver.
Yeah. So you get upset about draft positions, and people get upset about draft positions, and where you just take your spot and draft the best possible team you can draft from there.
Yeah, what is it? Sit down, shut up, and draft up.
I actually haven't hated the 12 hole. I'm not going to be surprised if I have some 12 hole teams this year that do really, really, really well.
Yeah, I think it just depends. Like, I mean, if you're a guy that says, "Hey, I need to have heavy running backs," I think you can get away with a really good 12 team. If you're a guy who's, I mean, I just feel like there's so much flexibility at the 12 hole because you can go either way from your first two picks can really set you up in the draft out of the way you want to go.
For sure.
Yeah, there's still a good amount of tight ends that I like here.
Yeah, I'm not worried about tight ends. Especially in a confined league. I'm not trying to beat – people get caught up in that. I'm not trying to beat 10,000 teams. I'm just trying to beat 11. There's plenty of tight end inventory this year. Tight end's there's the deepest position in fantasy to me.
Quarterback, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
I think tight end's deeper than quarterback this year.
Every year I think tight end is super deep, and then we start seeing stuff happen like the injuries we saw with Irv Smith, and then
I mean, it happens, but same with running back. I mean, look at the injuries that happened at running back. I see one out the gate, ETN. I said, but yeah, tight ends don't get us hurt as much either, really. I mean, you've had a few that kind of stuck out to you, Irv Smith and who's the other guy got hurt? Troutman, but it looks like Troutman's going to be fine. Hell, they're talking about Troutman playing.
Yeah, he seemed to avoid serious injury, which is nice. It's so funny. I buy my kid these snack packs, and I start eating myself.
Exactly. I've eaten my fair share of snack packs with my kids. So. Probably more than my fair share. So how do you feel halfway through your first ever 10K?
I feel good. And I especially like that Tyson Williams pick. I know we were talking the round before when we start taking him, and I feel like that's the spot because he was going in that 10-11 range in these mains. So getting him 2 rounds earlier is well worth the gamble. I'm not even really a gamble anymore, but well worth the price, I should say. Because, I mean, he's the number 1 running back. I mean, who else are you getting number 1 running back in round 8? Nowhere.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I like it. I do feel like we're a little weak at tight end. I know you like the position deeper than I do, but once Jonnu Smith went, it was just kind of at that point. It's you can push it.
Yeah.
I still like Cole Kmet, which is nice too. I like Everett. Shit, I like Hooper too.
There's so many of them, man. The deepest position in football, like by them all. People sweat it.
I mean, Conklin's even good late.
Yeah, there's so many, man. Troutman could work out. The Juwan Johnson kid could work out. Blake Jarwin could work out. Akins is going to be a monster.
I'm curious where Tyson Williams go on Saturday now.
Yeah. Well,
you had to guess. What do you think?
Oh, 6th round.
Yeah, I think so too.
People might read more into Bell now too. I don't know.
God, he's so washed.
Probably going to get some touches now, though. Oh, shit. Are they going to stop the draft?
What happened?
Yes, at the end of this round. You all taking a break or soldiering through? We are paused. It's a long line for food, so we're going to shoot for resuming at 5:15 Eastern.
That's 30 minutes.
Yeah, you're going to take a 30-minute break. I forgot about that on these live drafts. They have food,
Alrighty.
and all those dudes want to go get a plate. You want to link back up and take a little 15-minute break and link back up?
Yeah, let's take a break. So everybody, just so you know where it's happening, half the league is drafting live in
They're getting
Vegas,
plate of food.
and the other half is here online. So the people there are getting food. So we're gonna go ahead and end the broadcast, take a break, and we're gonna meet back up here. So we'll see you back here in about 30 minutes.
Got him a little lunch and went right with Mikey Williams.
All righty, we are back, folks. The break is over. Let me pull back up this draft board. Everybody live in Vegas got their food, got their booze. Maybe they're oh, that's the wrong one. It's okay. Nobody can see our queue with us. Stop sharing. Share screen. Chrome tab, draft room, not draft board. Nope, I did it again. I clicked on the wrong one. Come on, Billy. Man, you think after like how many podcasts you think I'd have this down?
Yeah. I'm no help when it comes to technical stuff. I'm the absolute worst.
So Mike Williams made it all the way to the 11-1.
A pretty good deal on Mike Williams. I like Mike Williams. The 1-0 has a decent little team. I mean, he has a lot of explosive players on the team.
Yeah.
Definitely score some points week to week.
The break was good. I was able to check on the kids, get them a snack, get myself a snack.
Nice.
They'll probably be in here in 10 minutes. We're hungry.
Are you on babysitting duty?
What was that?
Are you on babysitting duty?
Yeah, my wife had an appointment today. I think it's her nails.
Nice. They're being good. They're on their best behavior today.
Oh, I bribe them with television when I have to do this kind of stuff. Like, you guys can watch a show as I draft.
Okay, there's your answer on Bell. 11th
Okay.
round.
That's where Tyson was going before.
Yep.
I bet you during the draft, people who didn't have their stuff pulled up had their eyebrow raised when we took Tyson Williams, probably started searching.
Yeah.
Jared Cook went. That's his first tight end. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We can see the whole board.
That's going to be the question when it gets to us. Is do we push tight end again? Is there somebody there worth pushing tight end for?
I like Gerald Everett. I think he's got some decent upside.
He's not going to play full snaps. Disley might outproduce him. I don't know about Gerald Everett in a combined league.
Disley can't stay healthy, though. I like the kid, but he's always hurt.
Gerald Everett's never. I mean, if you look at Gerald Everett's body of work, he's never really done anything in the NFL that's impressive. The kid lives off of like a weird reputation.
Yeah, the thing I like about Gerald Everett this year is that Russell Wilson does does target the tight end early and often in the red zone.
Possible, I guess. You have a lot of tight ends. Hunter Henry, Zach Ertz, Evan Ingram, Pfister, Hooper, Everett, Jarwin, Akins, Croft.
Yeah, we could take like an Evan Ingram. We could push it, grab an Evan Ingram, and then grab somebody late like a Conklin and just slide him in until Ingram's back. We're up next. Let's see who else is here.
The running backs I like are Ty Johnson, Wayne Gallman, Damian Williams. That's the three that I think are going to be heavily involved. Gallman, Ty Johnson, and Ty Johnson's in a 3-headed monster, and Damian, who's in a 2-headed. And then you have the whole list of tight ends. I mean, I don't own Everett. I mean, 12th round. I mean, tight end's so deep to me that in the confined league, it just doesn't matter to me. I almost want to take Gallman.
I like Gallman. You know I like Gallman.
I almost want to take Gallman and Ingram and then live with another. But the calf injury does bother me, and you're taking $10K of him. Hunter Henry's going to be.
Yeah, he's just a glass house too. I think we both agree on Gallman.
All right.
So I'm gonna lock Gallman in.
Okay.
Give us a chance to talk about the next guy.
There's really no receiver that I think we should be taking here. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't help us. Doesn't give us an edge.
I like the play of maybe taking Ingram here and then grabbing somebody else to fill in till he's back. I'm going to assume he's back week 3 because they got a Thursday night game.
We could also take Damian Williams and just take 2 tight ends at the next turn.
Let's do that. I like that.
Damian Williams could be he could be the number 1 there real easily towards the end of the year. So let's do that. There's just so many I like. I like the Johnson kid in New Orleans a ton too now. So let's take.
Make sure I'm not missing anybody else. We're looking at running back. No Geo for you?
No, especially not in the confined league.
Okay, let's do Damian Williams then. I'm going to lock him in.
Yeah, Damian Williams has a chance at the whole load, I think. Now we'll see what comes back. I mean, I can live with it. We can pick up. We can take 2 tight ends back to back coming back, and I think we'll get 2 that I like just as good. I like Ingram a lot, but I mean, calf muscle, calf strain. He's definitely not playing week 1.
And I like Hooper too, and they have the KC week 1. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot. I mean, Zach Ertz is still there, and they're going to run a lot of 12 personnel. There's plenty of tight ends. I agree.
Yeah, there really are when you get to looking at it. They're all very similar too. I mean, I could make a case for any of them. I mean, Juwan Johnson, people paid $250 on waivers for him. Players that have won a lot of money. I mean, so I don't know. The kid looks pretty talented.
Yeah, Habib went in one of ours. What is in our Hardway draft? I think he went for like 250, 260.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one doing that either. I got a little in waivers, but he's a talented kid. I don't know what they're going to do with Troutman, but. I think Damian Williams is underdrafted this year.
I think so too. You and I have both been high on him too. I mean, we have no Tariq Cohen probably until week 6 at the earliest.
Yeah, I don't even think Tariq Cohen plays this year.
And when he does come back, that was the one thing that during our debate with Sean that he said that I agreed with was that he's not going to be as explosive coming back.
Oh, no. I don't even, like I said, I don't even know if he'll make it back on the field.
Man, Tony Jones went around 11 here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Chad.
4-9 guy. You got to get all the 4-9 running backs you can get on your team. You can't find those guys everywhere. I'm not going to be shocked if something happens to Kamara that Taysom Hill's not running out of the eye. And people are going to be saying, I thought this Tony Jones kid was supposed to play.
Wildcat with
not even walk. Line him up straight in the eye.
Yeah, they could. They could have him throw it too.
No doubt. That's what they'll do. I don't think Tony Jones would be the back there. I think it'll be Taysom Hill. I think Sean Payton's already made up his mind on that. That's why he kept Tony Jones. Little special teams 4-9 guy, bangs heads a little bit. Really shitty running back.
Fucking Taysom Hill, man. Just tight end, quarterback, running back.
I don't think they can change his designation by then. It'd be too late. We'd be stuck. We'd have a quarterback designation on him.
You throw him in your flex.
Flex.
Remember when he was tight end in a lot of leagues?
Oh yeah.
Starting him like 2 weeks in a couple leagues as a tight end as a quarterback. It was a cheat code.
Y'all think? People just think that Sean Payton's named his starting quarterback. No, he named his backup running back too while he was at it.
He named him his main squeeze. Is what he did.
Yeah. People never learn. Yeah, there's no easy way to look over here at FFPC. I don't know how to look over here. I was going to look and see it.
I liked, like I said, I've never played in FFC, but I liked they had like a report where you could print up all your teams at once.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, they do a lot of good things. I didn't play over there this year, but they're good guys. I'm looking. I don't know if we got Taysom Hill over at FFWC or not.
Taysom Hill? No, we don't.
I mean, not Taysom Williams.
Oh, Tyson Williams. I think we do.
Yeah, here's one.
Are you in the mains right now, or are you at the 350s?
No, the mains. I haven't looked at the 350s. We actually got him on our best team.
Did we?
Yep.
Gotta love it.
I think it's our best team. Well, that Murray, interesting. 10K worth of a guy that's not on our roster.
He also has Gus Edwards.
Yeah, that's brutal.
We have Tyson Williams on the first one.
Oh, nice.
Muzio 5. Okay, let me check the second one. No, we didn't get him on this one. We got Gallman in that one.
Yeah, he went for silly money in some leagues for sure.
Check this third one. Oh, we got Ty Johnson in this one. That team's good too. Nope, didn't get any of them in that one. That one has a lot of we're setting running back though. I think we underbid it because of that reason. Yeah, this one we didn't get anybody. I remember this one now. Okay. Yeah,
those leagues suck when you do waivers and you don't get anybody.
So 2 of 6 so far. Check the final 7th main over there. 2 of 7. Not bad.
Oh, 2 of 7 is what we got?
Yeah.
Which one? We got him on the one that I like, that we'd actually owe Nelson Sousa money on, because that's the one he helped me. You were out, and he helped me draft that team.
Yep, that's when I was at the fair with the kids.
Yeah.
And then we have him in, I think it was number 7 for us.
Oh, really? The one that we get online? The CMC team?
No, not that one. This one after that then. Is it 2 or 3? It might be 3. 1 second. Nope, it was 2. Muzio 2, I think is what it is.
Okay.
Nope, that's the Ty Johnson. Gosh darn it. I don't know.
I'll have to look later.
We'll find it again.
They don't have an easy way to do it like the FFPC.
You have to go into each one of them individually. Yeah, that's the first one.
Shit, we got football tonight.
We do have football tonight. I'm stoked. All right, let's take a look at this board. They paused it. They just started it back up. We got, after our Wayne Gallman, Damian Harris picks, Marquise Brown goes beginning of 12th. J.D. McKissick, Gerald Everett goes there to team 9 for his second tight end. And then we have Ryan Tannehill for that guy's first quarterback. Giovanni Bernard goes there. Alexander Madison goes to Chad. Tavin Coleman, Russell Gage, Cole Beasley, Gronkowski. We're starting to see a tight end run again. People's second and third tight ends. Second. Hooper. I still think we get a tight end we like.
Oh, yeah, we're plenty of tight ends.
Who you leaning here on tight ends?
Evan Ingram is still there.
Yeah, I think if he's there, we grab Evan Ingram, then we grab the guy who's going to start for us week 1.
I love Hunter Henry here. I love Evan Ingram here. I don't mind Pfister at all here. Jarwin went. Juwan Johnson kid, I wouldn't mind having 10K of him either. Could turn into like a high volume guy. They don't have much on that offense.
No, they do not.
Callaway and Traquan.
And they are saying Henry's on track to play week 1.
Yeah, there goes Juwan Johnson, so he didn't make it. Okay.
Now they're just blocking.
No, they can't block. I mean, I love it. Hunter Henry, there goes Zach Ertz. So now I think it's 2 of these guys. Hunter Henry, Evan Ingram, Pfister. So
Perkser. Let's do man.
Let's see who this dude takes.
I don't want to say who I'm leaning for 10 seconds until this guy picks. I don't want them to take him.
Yeah,
Superstitious like that.
I like so many of them. You can't take all the ones I want.
Okay. I like Evan Ingram as one of them for sure, because when he is back,
he's a difference maker.
He's a difference maker. So we'll lock in Evan Ingram as 1.
Yep.
Okay. And the second one between Ferkser, Hunter Henry, or Juwan.
Juwan's gone. The guy took him.
Oh, he did take him. Okay.
Yeah. Akins, Tyler Conklin. Hunter Henry, Firster or Hunter Henry, I can live with either one. I mean, both Firster guys always have been. I like Hunter Henry a lot too.
Let's do Hunter Henry because Aguilar's hurt right now too, so they're down a receiver. We know that Bill likes the tight end. I think that Hunter Henry's the better pass catcher than Jonnu is.
Yeah, big time talent. Okay.
He is a glass house as well. So between the two of them, we might get 6 games.
Yeah, I bet they play the whole season.
All right, you want to do Hunter Henry or do you want Ferkser or
Hunter Henry?
Okay, I'm unlocking Hunter Henry.
Might take a third on this team. We'll see. We might take Ferkser if they leave him.
Yeah, either Ferk or Conklin, maybe.
Conklin, Troutman. I mean, we take the all injury team.
All 3. We barely get a starter week 1.
Yeah.
We could even take Akins. For week 1's going to be a good game.
There's a chance. You love Hawkinson, but there's a chance Ingram and Hunter Henry both could smoke Hawkinson this year. That's what 100% they could.
Don't besmirch my Hawkinson.
I'm just saying, there's a good chance that Henry could outdo Hawkinson at the end of the year.
Thought we were friends. Why you got to do me like that?
Just saying, that's kind of funny when you look at the one boards and go back and look at drafts. Every year it's the same thing. That's it. Seems to be that way at tight end more than any position.
It is. Yeah, like last year I was grabbing Hawk and Fant in like the 10-11 turn.
All day long. Look at Tanyan. I grabbed Tanyan, Logan Thomas, 19th, 20th round of a main event.
I was grabbing Tanyan off waivers in most of the leagues I had him in.
Yep.
You look at Darren Waller, and he was, waivers in 19th, 20th round in most of those in 2019, I think it was.
For sure.
Now we're going to start seeing some upside quarterbacks go, probably. Justin Fields. Surprised we haven't seen somebody take a stab on Trey Lance yet.
Different, it's Trey Lance is more of like a lotto home run pick.
Yeah, tournament style. I get it.
Chance he doesn't play it down this year. Chance he has the X factor.
Now, are you taking a second quarterback in this format with confined?
I mean, you can. It depends. We'll just look at the board and see. I've done it both ways. They leave a guy like Trevor Lawrence there. You could just put him on your team as a security blanket.
Look at that! I said his name and he's fired. Yeah. Chad fired him right up.
Makes sense. 14th round. It's late. It's late based on Chad's ADP meter. So. Makes sense for him to go there. Yeah, I'm almost sure we have to set this line up before the game.
We'll set it just in case, and then if we're able to adjust, then we can adjust it.
Yeah. I think last year this was the only lineup I had to set.
Yeah.
Before the Thursday game. Not like a normal Thursday where you got to look at all of them.
I like the free looks.
Oh, they're nice.
I've 1 week being able to swap them out afterwards.
Oh, definitely helps. You eliminate the downside to the Thursday game.
Yep.
There's nothing but upside.
Shoot for the moon.
So how did you enjoy this draft compared to your other drafts you did this year?
It's a different mindset, right? So I'm glad I did all my home leagues just as of lately because it's kind of the same mindset as a home league. You're taking less dart throws, like we just mentioned, like not taking Trey Lance or you're not taking all upside plays. You're picking more for consistency week in, week out. So doing home leagues, I think, actually helped for this draft. But I think I was a little nervous at first, not gonna lie. But once we started, once the horn went off, we started drafting. It was just it's instinct kicked in.
Yeah.
And we've been locked and loaded. I mean, you and I have done so many now that we're just we've been in a groove. And I'm feeling good about it. Like getting Tyson Williams in the 8th here, I think, is a steal.
Oh, it could be. Definitely could be. I'm not going to say anything anymore because every time I say something bad happens. Gus Edwards, yeah, happy about those shares, and then boom, he's done. I feel bad for the guy putting up 10K and then fired Gus up in the 4th round and he gets hurt like at the same time he's picking him, basically.
Yeah, it's literally the news was announced like within like a minute.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't even know. I wonder if he even knows it yet.
Yeah, he probably figured it out after I think he figured it out after we fired up Tyson. If not, he definitely figured it out when someone fired Bell up.
Yeah, their team name is Reckless Gamblers, so I love those guys. It's the first time I've ever drafted with them, I think. They are reckless. They took Curtis Samuel and Latin Murray and Gus Edwards.
And even Ramondre is hurt right now with his finger.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase says he can't catch footballs because the laces are different colors.
Yeah, I wish I had a few more main events and get Jamar Chase there. That's a steal.
That is a good deal. Starting to see kickers go. I think I want to take another running back on this turn.
I like a couple running backs here. I like Booker. I like Ty Johnson.
Yep, got both of them in the queue.
I like Jameer Johnson. Jameer Jefferson.
Jefferson. Yep.
Yep. I like Firster and Conklin with his team. They're still there. I like Josh Palmer. I like Denami Brown with Curtis Samuel being hurt.
What about Justin Jackson? Oh, he already went. He went 14. Damn.
Firster's gone. So probably wait on tight end now and go.
Yeah.
A combo of Ty Johnson, Devontae Booker, Jameer Jefferson.
Okay, I got all those guys in the queue already. The only other person I have in the queue is Tyler Conklin, but I think we can wait.
Yeah,
we'll probably get them like 18.
Yeah, I just wait on take another tight end look maybe late. Trevor Lawrence is also a consideration.
Damn, Ty Johnson just went.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Denami Brown went. It's a good pick. Curtis Samuel being. I think it's if we want to take a second quarterback, Trevor Lawrence is a really good deal here. If we don't, I'm fine with that and just play the waiver wire. And we could take Booker and Jameer Jefferson.
Yeah. Do we have any news right now on Swift?
No.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take Lawrence and Booker. What do you think?
Okay. I like it. Finally, I like it a lot.
Okay.
Lawrence has high upside, and you got him 15th. If Murray got banged up with something, he runs the ball a little bit. Finally, he'd still be set.
Then you get Booker just in case anything happens with Barkley.
Yeah, who knows with Barkley?
Zoom out one more. There we go.
Chad took first or two.
Yep. Nice. My wife's grabbed me chicken wings. She knows how I like. It's my tradition: chicken wings and beer on first game of the season.
How good is it? Man, your wife is like a dream. Just sit at home with the kids and bring you food.
Man, just don't piss her off, man. She's Latina. She'll kill you.
You got a starve tonight.
You what?
I said I got to starve tonight. To have a cold cut sandwich or something, I guess. Yeah, my daughter will be on. I'll talk her into get me something to eat. Did it pause again? No.
They paused it again. Yeah, they just started it back up.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this 12-hole team. I'm glad it worked out that way. We got the 12-hole. Now we'll take 10K of somebody else. Saturday, we won't take 10. What I've learned over the years is when you do these 10K and 20K drafts, you don't get 10 and 20K of the same player. Like at that turn, if we had the back end again, might go Eckler, Gibson, and 10K of those guys and build a different team.
And are you taking any duplicates on anybody?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not scared to take Cooper Kupp if he was the best player there or whatever, but it's better. It's better to diversify.
Yeah, I think so too.
So you're at the the turn in the next 10K and Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp. Why not take Godwin and Lockett or Godwin and DJ Moore or something and have 10K of those guys? So injury is not as devastating to your overall portfolio and your big money can finally.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I partnered with Nelson for years, and we had a bad habit of. I mean, we did all these leagues: 2 10Ks, 5Ks, 20K, and we look at the end when we're done. We wouldn't even evaluate what we did. We just drafted, and when we look up, we say, "Shit, we got 50K of this guy," and it's harder to recover from. Where a smarter approach is to diversify a little in these 10 and 20K leagues. And there's a similar player there. I mean, I like Jonathan Taylor and Najee Harris a lot, more than most probably. But I also like Eckler and Gibson just fine. So, and I don't mind Calvin Ridley or those guys either. So, you could build a different type team and have a different little exposure. Like we don't want another 10K that looks just like this 10K, even if we love this 10, which we did. We like this 10K a lot, but you don't want another 10K that looks just like it. It's bad. Bad overall. Your money. Another way we started looking at players, Nelson and I, we drafted together a lot, is instead of like saying I own this guy 14 times, we'd say I got $25,000 worth of this guy or whatever, or $10,000 worth of this guy. Because you can own the guy in the 350 50 times, and it doesn't equate to like 10 mains or 6 big money leagues. So it's better if you like put a dollar figure on the amount you own the guy. I found over the years.
Yeah, it's a smart way of looking at it. mean, how much does it hurt when you have 50 grand on somebody and then you lose that player?
It hurts a lot. Yeah, Gus Edwards. I mean, what if you own $50,000? You just love Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards, your guy. You're gonna go down with the ship with him. Well, he didn't even get it down. I mean, I don't even want to look at my main events because I had some Gus Edwards in some silly spots on some main events. Didn't even get out of the gate.
That's the worst too. Like you have such a discount on them, and then you're so excited to utilize that discount, and then you lose them.
Yeah, you don't even you never even get to play him once.
In my head, I did.
Yeah, you did.
In my head, I already won it all. Went to Mexico and came back.
Did you have exposure to Gus in best ball? Because you're kind of a best ball guy too.
I'm not going to look at that until I have a few beers.
Yeah.
So I can relieve the pain. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm going to see what I have. Tournament 1. Gus Edwards was only 3 shares.
Oh, shit. That ain't bad.
So tournament 2. This is the one. I only have 10 of these. So let's see. Gus Edwards. Oh, no, I had more than 10. So So what is that? I had 14 of these. So 2 shares out of 14. So that's not too bad either.
No, that's not bad at all.
So now let me check Tyson Williams.
Could have been way worse. You won't own Tyson Williams in best ball, huh?
I did.
The second one, not the first one.
Second one, yeah. Second one, I had 2 shares, so it's a wash. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I would have him the first one. Let's see if I did.
Nah, he wasn't even a thought in the first one. Time it to.
Nope. You have a Max Williams though.
I bet Tyson Williams was unowned in the first one.
I bet he is unowned too. Yeah,
But
because you still had Dobbins and Gus.
Yeah.
Let's check FPC. See what my ownership is in Williams. Oh yeah, buddy. You want to hear something good? 33% Tyson Williams in FPG.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
So what is that?
That doesn't even seem possible.
14 shares. I got a lot of them on waivers, and I was drafting them in every draft at the end.
Nice.
So 14 shares. That's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
Now the question is, how much Gus? Ooh, 4. Whew. That's a win.
Yeah, I have more than of Gus.
How much Dobbins? None, because I already cut him. I'm like, why isn't he popping up? That's right. I ran waivers.
Yeah. Yeah, if you still got him now, then you have to go back to work on waivers.
So Wayne Gallman is now my most owned player in the FBG.
He's probably one of my most owned.
19 shares at 47%. And then it's Jerick McKinnon, Tyson Williams, Josh Palmer.
That's awesome.
And then it's Odell Beckham, Deebo Samuel, Laviska Shenault, Juju Smith-Schuster, Terrace Marshall. I'll hang my hat on those. I'm happy with that. They paused it again. So many pauses.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess these guys got sleepy after they ate.
Make sure you refresh your board, because every time they or your draft room, every time they do that and they throw a player back in, it doesn't show.
Yeah.
There's some pretty funny DeAndre Swift stuff floating around.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, Denver defense before Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I like Denver defense too.
I do too.
I submitted them on. I don't know if I ever told you. Wow, this guy double. Wow, he hit double defense that early. Wow. Okay. So I've been punching in all my rankings for Fantasy Pros for the accuracy contest, and you have to pick sleepers too in every position. Denver defense was one of my sleeper picks, and then because you have to pick a defense, and then for the wide receivers, of course, you knew I threw Terrace Marshall in there. You knew I threw Brian Edwards in there. I threw Gabe Davis in there. Quarterbacks, I threw in Baker and Darnold.
Baker and Darnold, imagine that.
And tight ends, I threw in Conklin and who was the other one I threw in? Oh, and Juwan Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have nothing going on tomorrow. I guess I'll just do waivers.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do our waivers for Sunday morning now.
Yeah, more to process. Oh man.
Huh.
Yep. Waited too long.
Oh, there he goes. Yep. It's funny because look at the team name he's on.
Yeah.
Man, I thought we were gonna get him back. Okay, for me, I like Salvin Ahmed here.
I don't mind Salvin Ahmed here.
And I like Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, I like Pittsburgh defense.
See what this guy does. Okay, they're both there.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Josh Palmer.
I like Palmer too.
Let's go Pittsburgh defense and Josh Palmer.
Okay, I like that. Defense. Okay, locked.
I like it. That's interesting, getting 10K of Pittsburgh defense that late.
Yeah, I know. I see Denver, SF, and Miami, New England go ahead of them. And news today was good. TJ Watt and them have made progress, so he's coming back.
Yes, sir.
Usually it's like a top 2-3 defense off the board.
Yeah, easy.
They do have Buffalo week 1, but I mean, come on, you don't want to base the whole thing off week 1. Jamar Jefferson jumped up 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, 3 rounds. So we'll need a kicker and then probably another running back to our throw.
Yeah, I think so.
How you liking the team so far?
I like it a lot.
Yeah, we have a really solid wide receiver core. Of course, we have Kyler, 2 really good running backs. Tyson Williams pans out. We have 3 good running backs. They've already signed Freeman to the practice squad. Devonta Freeman.
Who did?
Baltimore just did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, Devonta Freeman signed now. Bell's there. I think Tyson's pretty clearly the one, especially with the playbook.
Yeah, crazy.
They froze it again? No.
It does got a little glitch in it today for some reason, where it glitches like at a certain time in the clock. It's weird.
Yeah, I wasn't able to like see any players.
What time's the game kick off tonight?
Should be 5:15, right? 5:20. Let me check.
Okay, yeah, 7:15 my time. 5:15 your time.
Oh yeah.
And then what time is our draft?
On Saturday?
Yeah.
I think it's like 3:30 Eastern. No, that was today. It's
Yeah. It's
5 Eastern.
At 4:00 my time. Okay. A little later. Then right after I get through with that one, I go to the 20K.
Nice. Did you work consider in the 30-minute break?
Didn't. It finishes. A lot of the guys that are in that one go to the other one, so it'll finish about reasonable. We got to switch gears, totally different format.
Yeah. What side is that one on?
NFFC. It's the only NFFC draft I'm doing this year.
Third round reversal, 3 wide receivers, right?
Yeah, I'm actually doing it with Nelson.
Nice.
He's done a ton of drafts over NFFC. Like silly amount this year. I think most drafts he's ever done as long as he's been drafting.
Wow.
I want to say he's doing, I think he's upwards of like 80 mains.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
That's why he was selling off his FFPC stuff, I guess. Because then you bought some of the FFPC football guys from him, right?
Yeah, I bought them all from him. Yeah. I said, hey, we'll co-own them. Since you drafted, I'll manage them, and we'll just split it 50-50.
Nice. Yeah, Nelson's a good dude.
Yeah, I figured that was fair. He's probably getting a little bit better the deal on that side, but the way I looked at it was 6 drafts, 2.5 hours. Talking about 15 hours to do those 6 drafts. I won't spend 15 hours doing waivers all year, but on those 6. But
yeah, that's what it was. 6 teams.
Yep.
My daughter's calling. She's gonna have to wait. Yeah, 2 more picks. She doesn't let up though. She just keeps grinding. We got 2 picks, and then I'll call her back. We need a kicker, and then we'll have to make up our mind on the last pick. I think it's probably either a med or take another tight end just to have one to start the year.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
Dan Arnold, Conklin, Schultz. I mean, Schultz is interesting too. Akins. I actually like Akins.
That's what I was saying earlier. I think Akins week 1 because Jacksonville.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying about tight end. They can't ever trap me at tight end in a confined league, I don't think, this year. Because I think there's guys that are going to outperform that position significantly. You might not like them as much in tournaments, but even then they have value. But
Ebron's still on the board even.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of Ebron with that young kid there. I mean, Ebron's forte is what? Touchdowns. That kid looks like a touchdown beast. So I don't know.
We saw limited action of him.
Pittsburgh did a really good job in the draft this year.
They did.
They drafted some kids that can play football. Whew.
Conklin, though, he's going to have a pretty big role.
Yeah, Conklin's in a good spot. Conklin probably shouldn't even be there. I don't mind Conklin. Conklin's hurt, though. I mean, he's got a hamstring issue. But, yeah, he's definitely viable for sure. So it's Akins or Conklin. I like them both. Fine with either one.
Conklin was upgraded to full today.
Yeah, he's been banged up for a while, so hopefully he's back on the mend. So I don't mind Conklin at all. I think he's going to be involved in that. Definitely have a role. Well, Billy, they can never say you haven't put $10,000 up on the line on fantasy football and said, "Hey, think you're the best? Show me."
Man, I did have a pretty good partner though.
Have my moments sometimes. I think we're a good partnership this year for the teams we did together. I liked what we got done overall.
I think so too.
I mean, we made some mistakes in some main events that I don't really not happy about, but we can fix those teams. Our teams are still competitive for the league, and we have one team that I think we did 4 main events at the FFPC together and I think one of them has a legit shot to win the overall, so you can't ask for anything more than that.
Yeah, I know which one that you're talking about. We made some mistakes. That was the first slow one. That's why That's why I don't like slows. I feel like I make it more errors than slows.
Oh, you get out of rhythm, and then it's your pick, and you're looking at the team wrong. We did a couple of slows, and I do some slows and I do well, but early in the draft main event season, it seems like my slows aren't as good as the fast drafts. So
I feel the same way. I think it's
just
what
from,
it is.
Just from my roster control, when I look at those teams, not from injuries or anything, it's just pure. I didn't like the way we structured a couple of them, but there are two of them that I really, really think are live. So that's all we can ask for. When you do this long enough and you do many of these, not all of them are going to turn out perfect. It's just the way it is. But at least now, I think money time, big money time, I think we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish with this team.
Yeah, I think so too. I think our only weak area is possibly our third running back, depending upon the Tyson Williams and how it pays out. And then outside of that, I think tight end, could be a weak spot, but it could be a strength.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with the tight. I think we played tight end at even at worst. Both the tight ends we have are really, really, and we're going to put a third one on here probably, are really upside guys that could outperform where they go. Like you said, just need them to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're on the clock.
Yep. All right. So, Conklin or Akins, and then a kicker, just to make sure Hunter Henry's good to go. And
I think Greg the leg here for a kicker.
Do what?
Greg the leg for a kicker.
I like Greg the third line.
Okay, let's do Greg the leg kicker, and then Conklin or Akins. I think Conklin is the better offense.
Okay, I like it. And Cousins has a history. He likes the tight end, so I like it. All right, big dog. I thought we killed it. I like this team a lot.
I did too. I think it turned out pretty good.
Congratulations on your first ever 10K. I think we're going to be competitive all year long.
Let's see how we do, buddy. Well, I appreciate it.
Yep.
And we'll touch base here for Saturday.
Yep, Saturday. Get pumped up for Saturday and knock those last two drafts out of the year, and it's time to go to work.
All right, man. Well, I'm sure I'll message you between tonight with football on.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Billy. I'll holler at you later.
Later, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so I'm going to hang around and get these last couple picks in and take a look at some of these teams real quick and see how everybody did. Team 1 with Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Josh Jacobs, Robbie Anderson, Higbee, Pittman, Jonnu Smith, Darnell Mooney, Mike Williams, Chuba Hubbard, Kenneth Gainwell. They double-tapped defense. They double-tapped kickers, which is odd to me, and double-tapped quarterback all within the last few rounds. Team 2 with Dalvin Cook, A.J. Brown, Keenan Allen. Love the start. Gus Edwards, we talked about that. Injury news was released within a minute of him picking that. Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, Cortland Sutton, Robert Tonyan, Kenyon Drake, Ramondre Stevenson, Curtis Samuel, another injury here. Rob Gronkowski, Latavius Murray, who's unsigned. Darrell Williams, Washington defense, Devonta Freeman, Adam Troutman, Cleveland defense, and Tyler Bass. I'm not liking that team, even if Gus Edwards was healthy with some of the picks he made. Alvin Kamara on team 3 with Justin Jefferson. Clyde Edwards-Helaire fell to the 3-3. Mark Andrews slipped all the way to the 4-10 here. Again, it's not a tournament. This is a confined league. Julio Jones and Devonta Smith here at 6. For him, Kareem Hunt, Jamal Williams. Then we have DJ Chark, Jalen Hurts, Terrace Marshall, Cole Beasley. So a little weaker at wide receiver, I feel. And then he's got Austin Hooper, Penny, Ingram, Kylan Hill. And he's got his defense and second quarterback and Matt Gay. And then Travis Kelce here to the 4-hole, DeAndre Hopkins, Terry McLaurin, Pat Mahomes. So his stack landed Miles Sanders, Darrell Henderson, Damian Harris, loaded up 3 running backs there. Dallas Goedert, Michael Thomas, Leonard Fournette, Lev Bell with the news afterwards. He slid up drafts. Russell Gage, Matt Stafford, Phillip Lindsay, Justin Tucker. He double tapped defense in the 16-17 turns with Randall Cobb and Eric Ebron, and he's about to pick right now for his last pick, which was Sammy Watkins. Team 5 got Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, green board at the beginning, then followed with 3 wide receivers, Tyler Lockett, Adam Thielen, Odell Beckham, and Raheem Mostert. Marvin Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Jarvis Landry, Jared Cook, Tevin Coleman, AJ Green, Smythe Perine, Jalen Reagor, and then the rest you can see there, Tyler Kroft, Buffalo defense, Matt Prater, and Baker Mayfield. I think it's a balanced team as well. And then Chad started off with Devontae Adams, Austin Eckler, Allen Robinson, Robert Woods, Javonte Williams, Mike Davis, Marcus Callaway, Fant, Sony Michel, Tom Brady, Tony Jones, Alexander Madison, Blake Jarwin, Trey Lance, Anthony Firkser, Manuel Sanders, Nelson Aguilar, and then he grabbed Baltimore defense, Salvin Ahmed, who we almost took there instead of over Palmer, and then Jason Sanders. 7 is Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, TJ Hawkinson, Chris Godwin, Ayuk, Claypool, Dak Prescott, Kenny Golladay. And then he's got a slurry of running backs here between Michael Carter, Naheem Hines, through and Cole Kmet, Gio Bernard, David Johnson, Joe Burrow, Rashad Bateman, KJ Hamler, Darrington Evans. Then he got his kicker and his defense and Pat Freiermuth. I feel like that's more of a best ball build in my mind than a confined league with Claypool, Ayuk, and then I just feel like there's some opportunity there. But again, not my place to judge. Ezekiel Elliott, Calvin Ridley here for Team 8. James Robinson, Chris Carson, Logan Thomas, Myles Gaskins. And then we have Jalen Waddle, Melvin Gordon. So he only had 2 wide receivers through 7 rounds. So that's a little iffy in my book, but he likes his running backs. It's obvious. Jacoby Myers, McCole Hardman, Brian Edwards, and Ryan Tannehill, Gabe Davis, my boy Gabe Davis, Justin Fields, Ty Johnson. I like that pick there. Traquan Smith. And then Miami defense, Brian Pingle, O.J. Howard, and Daniel Carlson. Team 9 has Waller, Metcalf, Amari Cooper, and DJ Moore. I like the beginning start here. And then he loaded up Trey Sermon, Tyler Boyd, and then went pretty heavy green. Ronald Jones, A.J. Dillon, Tony Pollard. Then he threw in Justin Herbert in the 10th. Zach Moss, Gerald Everett, Juwan Johnson in the 13th. Justin Jackson, Denami Brown, Paris Campbell. And then came back with Jamar Jefferson with the possible Swift murder allegations that are floating around Twitter right now. Jameis Winston, Jason Myers, and KC defense here in round 20. 10 is Stephon Diggs, Antonio Gibson, Kyle Pitts, DeAndre Swift, Laviska Shenault, Chase Edmonds, Elijah Moore, Russell Wilson, Mike Gesicki, Rondell Moore, Henry Ruggs, J.D. McKissick, Zach Ertz, Sterling Shepard, Malcolm Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then he's got New England defense, Nico Collins, Matt Ryan, and Robbie Gould. And then team 11, Aaron Jones, George Kittle, T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson, Lamar Jackson, Antonio Brown, Corey Davis, Brandon Cooks. And then he went James Conner, Devin Singletary, James White, Marquise Brown, Devontae Parker, Tyrell Williams, Jerick McKinnon, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Jared Patterson, Indy defense, Dan Arnold, and Blankenship. I like that build quite a bit. And then we have our build here. We started JT and Najee, Mike Williams, Cooper Kupp, Juju, then got Kyler, Debo, and Tyson Williams as the news broke, which we're hoping is going to catapult him to the running back 1 position here. Michael Gallup, Will Fuller, and then we got Wayne Gallman, Damian Williams, Evan Ingram, Hunter Henry, our second quarterback with Trevor Lawrence, Devontae Booker, and 16. Pittsburgh defense fell to us there at 17. And then we have Palmer, Greg the Leg, and Tyler Conklin. So everybody, thanks for tuning in. This was the FFPC High Society League. We'll be back here on Saturday with another recording for our second one of the year, and we'll post these Saturday night after the second one is complete. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good night.